everyone, and welcome to the first instalment of Miss Hall's Pondcast. Yay! I need to thank Miss Begum for the name. She thought long and hard about that one. Now, during these videos, I'd really like to share with you some of the things I'm observing from my pond in my back garden. I'm really lucky to have this because I can see this happening every single spring. Last year, I was able to bring some of the pond life into school to show you all, but unfortunately this year, I can't do that. So instead, I'm going to show you from my pond as much as I possibly can so you can be excited about it too. The first thing we're going to look at today is just the pond habitat itself and the area surrounding the pond and some of the plants within it. I've got some key words first that we're going to all have a go at. Join in with me at home. First word is habitat. The next word is environment. Can you say environment? This word here is foliage. And finally, amphibians. Try say that. Amphibians. Some of you may already be aware of these keywords and may have learnt about it in school. Some of you may not. So, one of your challenges is to go away and find out more about these keywords and what they mean. If you do find out, can you email me on your newbie email so that I can see how much you've learnt? Now I'm going to scan the camera around the pond so you get to have a look at what sort of pond life lives in there. As you can see, the water is incredibly still. There's lots of plant life, and can you spot a key colour? Yeah, everything's a greeny colour. We've got these tall plants here that are called pond reeds. They used to be really tall, but they've been cut back, ready to grow again in summer. As we work round, you can see there's a lot of plants in the water. Some of the plants that look like vines over here are called pondweed. They have algae growing from them, which is a vital food source for lots of pond animals. The algae is almost the green, fluffy-looking element of the plant. And over here, can you see the black dots? That's frog spawn. The next podcast will be all about frog spawn. And if you look closely, can you see the adult frog there? Right in the middle. I'll hold the camera still. You can just see his black eye. And then it's almost a browny orangey colour. He's just checking his frog spawn safe whilst we video. If we carry on further round, you'll see there's lots more frog spawn. And again, we're going to talk about that in the next Pondcast. What sounds can you hear from the pond as well? Now that you've been able to experience the pond habitat, I'm going to hold this still. Can anyone still spot that adult frog? He's still just poking his head up to see what's going on. That's right, well done. He's just down there. Okay, I've got some activities you can be having a go at home until the next Pondcast. The first one is for you to go back through and pause this video. Find a key point that you'd like to sketch, draw or colour, and complete it at home, thinking about the colours you would use, thinking about different shades, and thinking about what you've seen. If you can, send us a picture of it on your newbie email. Then, if you're thinking you would like to really challenge yourself, you could do some junk modelling and create your own model of a pond life habitat. You might just have to ask parents and your adults at home to check that you're allowed to use certain items and be really careful if you're using scissors. If you're lucky enough to have a garden yourself, you could see if your parents have a spare plastic tub. And you could ask the adults at home if you're allowed to fill that tub with water, surround it with rocks and other plants, and see what nature brings to you. And finally, remember those 4 key words we had earlier? Why not use them in a setting description of the pond? And then email through anything you've written, designed or drawn, so that we can all see how much you've learned about ponds at home. Thank you for tuning in to the very first Pondcast. I really hope you enjoy. I'm looking forward to talking to you next time all about frog spawn. Thank you. Bye.